The term Hitchcock blonde emerged in the 1950s, and the best way to understand it is to look at photos of Grace Kelly. Cool, sophisticated, elegant, and slightly distant. This was Alfred Hitchcock's vision of the perfect woman. Blondes make the best victims. They're like virgin snow that shows up the bloody footprints, the director once said. Madeleine Carroll was an English actress and the first official Hitchcock blonde, defining the ice-cold blonde role that became iconic in his films. Initially a teacher at a girls' finishing school, Carroll turned to acting after winning a beauty contest. She made her stage debut in 1927 and her film debut in The Guns of Luz the following year. It was during this time that she met Alfred Hitchcock, though they didn't work together until his 1935 espionage thriller, The 39 Steps, which was a huge success. Her performance in the film was praised by the New York Times as charming and skillful. Carroll reunited with Hitchcock for another spy thriller, Secret Agent, in 1936, and went on to have a solid career in Hollywood, working with producers like David O. Selznick and director Cecil B. DeMille. However, she will always be remembered as Hitchcock's first iconic blonde. Swedish actress Ingrid Bergman is often considered the most unconventional Hitchcock blonde. She met Alfred Hitchcock in 1945, and unlike many of his other muses, such as Tippi Hedren, Bergman was already a major star. Just 3 years earlier, Casablanca had cemented her status as the queen of romantic cinema. Her first collaboration with Hitchcock was the psychological thriller Spellbound, where she played Dr. Constance Peterson, a psychiatrist investigating a mysterious murder. They went on to make 2 more films together, Notorious and Under Capricorn, before their creative partnership ended in scandal. Bergman left Hollywood and soon began a relationship with Roberto Rossellini, with whom she raised 3 children. Rumors suggest that after parting ways with Hitchcock, her Hollywood career stalled not by chance. The notoriously difficult director allegedly made sure she was blacklisted in the U.S. film industry. Hitchcock's favorite blonde was Grace Kelly, so much so that when she left Hollywood to dedicate herself to family life as the Princess of Monaco, he spent years searching for her replacement. Actress Kim Novak later admitted in interviews that this obsession led to conflicts between her and the director. Kelly was just 24 when she and Hitchcock first worked together on Dial M for Murder, in which she played the lead role. After filming, Hitchcock called her his ideal woman. I exploited the fact that she knew about carnal pleasures, but subtly, through hints. The ideal woman is a mysterious one, a blonde, refined, and Nordic type. I never liked women who flaunt their charms too openly. Together, Hitchcock and Kelly made 3 films, Dial M for Murder, To Catch a Thief, and Rear Window. If Kelly was the ultimate Hitchcock blonde, then Novak was the meta blonde. In Vertigo, she plays a character who seems like a typical girl-in-trouble heroine, desperately requiring a noble savior. Like maybe Jimmy Stewart playing a private investigator. But then everything changes, and the film becomes a tale of obsession, with Stewart recast as a prurient overseer obsessed with dominating every aspect of Novak's life. If that story sounds familiar, it's because it's also the story of the girl. Vertigo's curious structure means that Novak essentially plays 2 characters, an icy super femme and a regular girl. And her pivotal performance is a big reason why Vertigo succeeds simultaneously as thriller and psychodrama. Alfred Hitchcock was known not only as a master of suspense, but also as a man with a difficult personality. Biographers describe him as distant and controlling, and his leading ladies often bore the brunt of his behavior. He was notorious for bringing actresses to tears, deceiving them, or subjecting them to harsh working conditions. No one experienced this more than Tippi Hedren, the star of The Birds and Marnie. In her memoirs, she details the extremes of her relationship with Hitchcock. He first professed his love for her, then, after Marnie, refused to cast her in any of his films or let her work with other directors. Hitchcock discovered Hedren when he saw her in a TV commercial and invited her to audition. In 1963, she made her film debut as Melanie Daniels, a charming but carefree socialite in The Birds. The film was inspired by a chilling real-life event in 1961 when toxic shellfish caused seabirds to attack people in California. On set, Hedren endured far more than she expected. Despite Hitchcock's assurances that mechanical birds would be used, she was attacked by live birds during filming. In 1964, she starred as a troubled kleptomaniac in Marnie, a film Hitchcock allegedly conceived with his ultimate muse, Grace Kelly, in mind. Marnie marked the end of Hitchcock's fixation on the blonde ideal, and he never worked with Hedren again. However, she later claimed that he continued to control her life and sabotage her career.